Hi! Today I am going to present a manual for those who would like to install a compact water softener on their own. The installation means connecting the water softener to the system and entering parameters into the control valve. Watch the process step by step. Before the installation, prepare the following tools: a drill driver, 2 hydraulic spanners in different sizes, a blade for knurling threads, a tape measure, a spirit level and some Teflon thread. In addition, you will need stainless steel braided flexible hoses to connect the water system, a hose for an overflow elbow, a wastewater siphon for water softener and fittings if necessary. This water softener kit includes a bag of salt tablets, a mechanical filter with string cartridge, a wastewater hose and a water hardness tester. First of all, prepare sufficient space for the water softener in line with requirements, with access to an electrical outlet and a drain to the sewage system. Each water softener should come with the user manual, in which you will find a description of the entire connection process, installation diagram and the first startup of the device. Before installing the water softener yourself, you need to familiarize yourself with the manual and all the device operating requirements. Pay particular attention to the necessary conditions in the room and the operating pressure requirements. Turn off the main water supply valve. Prepare the space for the water softener and install the bypass. This is used to let water go around the installed device in case of its failure or a need to shut it down. An open bypass lets raw water into the system, but on a daily basis the bypass valve should remain closed. In this case, install the bypass on the system. If the investor wishes otherwise or does not have much space, you can install a bypass dedicated to the control valve. In this way, you direct water away from the device. Now you need to prepare a suitable place for the mechanical filter. To do this, install the filter holder in the wall. Raw water must first flow through the pre-filter, then through the water softener. The pre-filter is usually included in the kit. Otherwise, if you buy a mechanical filter yourself, do pay attention to the workmanship quality. You also need to make sure that the water pressure in the system is correct. A 10 to 25 micron string cartridge is most commonly used. The filter must provide sufficient capacity so that it does not dampen the pressure or cause inadequate rinsing of the ion exchange bed. Secure the mechanical filter valve with screws so that the filter can be removed if necessary. Install the string cartridge and tighten the filter with the supplied suitable spanner. The next step is to connect the water softener using flexible hoses. Pay attention to the markings on the valve, that is, to the water inlet and outlet from the unit. We recommend using flexible hoses, as this is a solution that makes installation and subsequent servicing easier. It also allows the unit to be moved during operation. The outlet to the sewage system should not be located further than a few meters or higher than 1 meter above the valve. When installing a B-block water softener with a separate tank for tablet salt, connect a brine hose to the control valve. Fit a suitable dual wastewater siphon to the drain. You can buy it in DIY or plumbing stores. Connect the wastewater hose to the first outlet. Connect the other end of the hose to the water softener valve in a suitable place marked on the valve. If no wastewater hose is included in the kit, a garden hose will work for this purpose. The second outlet in the siphon is used to connect the hose from the overflow elbow installed in the brine tank. The overflow elbow protects the surface from flooding, an additional safety feature in an event of a failure and overflow of the brine tank. Let's start our water softener. Turn on the control valve and start the first regeneration according to the manual. To avoid hydraulic shock, gently open the valve while introducing water into the unit. During the first regeneration stage, that is rinsing, water is directed into the sewage system. During the rinsing process, check the system for leaks. During water softener regeneration, unsoftened water flows through the system. Generally, water softener regeneration is scheduled for night hours, but in the majority of high-quality valves, this parameter can be set freely. After rinsing, there should be water in the brine tank. Pour salt tablets into the brine tank. Set the current time on the control valve. Then check tap water hardness according to the instructions on the tester packaging. For this unit, measure input hardness of raw water with a drop tester and enter it in ppm. If necessary, convert water hardness result according to the units. 1 French degree indicated by a drop tester is 10 ppm. Set residual hardness, which means hardness of water flowing out of the device. This is the final hardness of water obtained after softening. If no mixer is used, if the mixer knob is fully screwed in, enter 0 in the residual hardness box. If, on the other hand, you set output water hardness to the higher value, for example 60 ppm, you must enter this value in the output hardness box. If you want to set water hardness using the mixer, use a droplet water hardness tester included in the kit. Turn the mixer in the control valve by about 25 degrees and then test water after draining the system for a few minutes. Repeat this step until you achieve desired hardness of tap water. Set the current time and, if you wish, the regeneration time at which the water softener will regenerate. By default, the device is set to 2 AM. The system is ready for operation. As you can see, you can carry out the whole process on your own. If you were worried about this, you now know exactly what it looks like. The installation was performed on the example of our Ecoperla Vita 25 water softener. This system includes highest quality components such as the Clack control valve and the monosphere ion exchange resin. For more information, please check my review of this unit. Please share your results with us in the comments. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at this email address. See you!